Hey everybody, it's Wesley with Roots and 4 Rooms in Greenville, South Carolina, and today we're going to have fun with Tempaper. If you're not familiar with Tempaper, it is a wallpaper that is easily removable once you decide to take it down. Now, the most common question that we get asked about Tempaper is how temporary is it? Because a lot of people think with the name Tempaper that it has a certain amount of lifespan. Well, Tempaper will stay on your wall as long as you want it to. When you decide to take it down, you just peel it off the wall is not damaged. I love this product, and today I'm going to show you just the basic steps on how to install this on an accent wall. There's a few things that you'll need to know before you get started. One, you want your wall to be eggshell or glossier. You cannot use this on a flat paint. Next thing to know is if you're working on a hard surface such as hardwood, I always like to put down a towel because you don't want to scratch the wallpaper as you're pulling it. I like to let my roll sit on the ground and pull the paper up, and I don't want it to get scratched. Next thing is you're going to need a few tools. You're going to need a measuring tape, you're going to need a pencil, you're going to need a level, and some type of squeegee. I like this one from Tempaper because it has the felt on it so it won't scratch the wallpaper. Again, you want a soft surface. And you're also going to need a razor blade or something sharp to cut with at the end. And a ladder depending on how tall you are or how tall your ceilings are. So the first step in installing the Tempaper is to start in the center of the wall. Now this is very important because if you don't line it up exactly right, you're going to have discrepancies. And if you start in the center, you can spread those discrepancies out over the length of the wall. If you start in one end and then work your way down, then when you get to the other end, your discrepancies are going to be very noticeable. So if you start in the center, you can spread them out and you can cover them up. So this is very important, I've found, and it makes things a lot easier. So always start in the center. Next thing that you need to know is you want to draw a straight line down your wall. And you want to do this with a level and make sure that it is straight, because getting the first piece straight is the most important thing. This will eliminate your discrepancies and make your life a lot easier and make it go a lot smoother. So start by drawing a straight line down the wall, and then you will work off of that wallpaper piece knowing that it's already straight all the way down your wall. And that's basically it. The Tempaper is self-adhesive. It just has a peel-off back. And when you start at the first piece, you're going to want to leave a little bit of hangover at the top in case your ceiling is not straight. Newer construction, this is not a problem a lot of times, but if you're working in an older home, it could be that the house is settled a little bit, so it's not a straight wall. So that's why you want to make sure that you're starting everything off straight, and you'll have a lot of fun doing this. So let's get started. I'm going to start right here in the center of the wall, and let's see how this turns out. Now that we have this on, we are ready to go to the second piece. I'm going to go to that side and then back and forth, and we'll keep going down the wall. Okay, I'm back and I have the whole wall finished, as you can see. There are a couple of things to think about before you start trimming the edges off of your paper. So the paper will adhere to anything. And if you have molding on your walls, you want to make sure that when the paper is put up, that there's not a bubble behind this area where the molding meets. So if you just flopped your paper up here, there's a little bit of a void behind here. It's not pressed all the way against the wall. And if you start trimming, then it's going to lay down flat, and you're going to realize that you have a space between your wall and your molding, and you're going to see the paint behind it. So what you want to do is pull those edges down a little bit. Take your squeegee. This has a sharp edge or a fine edge that will mash all the way up. And you can use this, you can use a credit card, but use something with a straight edge and pull down a little bit, and then mash your paper up to the molding. This way there's no holes between your wall and the molding. Then you can press your paper up so that it's out of your way. So do this. You can do this as you go, or just remember before you start trimming, you want to make sure there's no holes behind there, because if you don't, your paper is going to be too short. So you want to make sure it's all the way around, and then just take a razor blade and trim off the excess. Alright, so I just finished trimming around all the edges, and this wall has turned out great. I love it. I can't wait to show you the end result of this room, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. A couple of other tips that I have and I want to stress to you is, one, start off slow, have patience, and don't forget to draw that straight line for your first piece. This will make the whole process go a lot smoother. Also, I'm going to go back and get some of these bubbles out, and make sure that you do that as well. If you're having problems with some small bubbles here and there, you can take a straight pin and pierce the paper, let the air out, and you'll be able to smooth it out and it will look great. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you're in Greenville, South Carolina, come by and see me at Roots in 4 Rooms. I look forward to seeing you.